Hi, I'm in Frieha Altaf's home today. She's a good friend of mine. उनको 20 साल से मैं जानती हूँ. सुपर मॉडल हैं, बिजनेस वुमन हैं, पाकिस्तान की सबसे सक्सेसफुल इवेंट मैनेजर हैं, कैटवॉक चलाती हैं, कैटलिस्ट पीआर चलाती हैं. There is nobody like Frieha. But हम उनसे क्यों मिल रहे हैं? She's AHI's first icon because I feel that she's an exceptionally inspirational woman. जो लोग कहते हैं कि तलाक के बाद ज़िंदगी औरत की ख़त्म हो जाती है, we're going to talk to Frieha about that. जो लोग कहते हैं कि पर्सनल ट्रेजेडीज़ होती हैं, उसके बाद औरतें उनमें से कैसे निकलें, हम उनसे बात करेंगे. जो लोग ये सोचते हैं कि औरतें इकोनॉमिकली फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं हो सकती, हम उनसे बात करेंगे. आप उनका घर देख रहे हैं, ये सब उनकी मेहनत का नतीजा है. शी इज़ अ ग्रेट मदर. She's such an influence for so many women, so many younger women who come to her. तो हमने बैठ के उनके साथ ये देखना है कि उनकी परसेप्शन क्या है, लोग उनको कैसा देखते रहे हैं उनके पूरे करियर में, और आज वो जहाँ खड़ी हैं उसकी वजह क्या है. Frieha, how's your day so far?
So the day today and yesterday were really bad days. I think also the stress. I think Pakistan with वैसे you have so much stress when you have work. There's more stress, and then I mean, you're also running a house. Running a house of this size is stress. Then you have 2 kids, and I have a mother who's almost 80 this month.
Yeah.
So that is additional stress, and then. And then of course it rains, and then there's other stuff going on which you just can't control. Inflation, so there's more stress. So it's last 2 days have been like, today was a pretty bad day. I'm very excited that you're here. Thank God. My mind will be off all these things.
Off all these things, hopefully not on bad things as well.
Yeah.
But the idea behind this interview is that we want people to be inspired by women like you. And we also want to change perceptions that many people have of women like you. What do you think people's perception is of you?
First of all, I really don't care who.
Sure.
Or what anybody thinks. And
Absolutely.
I think मैं सबसे पहले यही कहूँगी. I think मुझे उर्दू में बात करनी चाहिए क्योंकि मैं can reach more women and men also. So सबसे पहले तो आपकी एक जिंदगी है और आप एक जिंदगी को उस तरह जिएं जैसे आपका दिल चाह रहा है. It's very difficult with parental pressures and social pressure. I also feel कि in Pakistan आपकी जिंदगी आपकी होती नहीं है. आपके लिए डिसाइड किया जाता है कि आपकी कौन से स्कूल में जाना चाहिए, आपको कौन सा काम करना चाहिए, आपको किससे शादी करनी चाहिए,
सबसे जरूरी शादी आपकी.
हाँ, फिर कितने बच्चे आपके होने चाहिए, तो किससे दोस्ती करनी चाहिए, किससे नहीं, क्या कपड़े पहनने चाहिए, नहीं, ये सारा कुछ आपके पास कोई अपनी पर्सनैलिटी नहीं होती. सो ज़्यादातर मैं देखती रहती हूँ कि लोगों की पर्सनैलिटी इंडिविजुअल पर्सनैलिटीज़ नहीं होती. बहुत सारे लोग लोगों को कॉपी कर रहे होते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग. तो ये मैं सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ ये है कि सबसे पहले it's very important to respect your family and friends and everybody, but you have to live your life. Okay, and I live my life, and मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि मैं हमेशा से I live my life. I didn't actually live my life. और मुझे मेरे ख्याल में ये बहुत बाद में, I think I was 34 when I had the 2 kids, and I finally broke away and I got divorced. I started living my life because suddenly there was no man in my life. My father died, my brother died, my husband and I were separated. So I was the head of the household. I had a mother to look after, I had 2 small children. So life sort of threw that at me, and it was the best thing that happened to me in a way. Not that I lost the men in my life, but at least I had control on my life. And the control meant that I had to make the decisions for my life, for my children, for my mother. And I think I did very well. And after that, I always say that your happiness never came to me in my 20s or my teens. It came to me in my 30s, in my mid-30s.
But what is happiness? How would you define happiness today?
Happiness is freedom. सबसे important चीज़ जो I think है हर इंसान को मिलनी चाहिए वो freedom है. And freedom to be, to live as you want, to be the best of yourself, and freedom to choose. सो चॉइसेस जो होती हैं वो इम्पोर्टेंट. अगर आप बुरी चॉइसेस भी करें, आपके अपने मिस्टेक्स होने चाहिए. यू मेक योर ओन मिस्टेक्स, राइट, एंड देन यू आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल. आप अपने माँ बाप को नहीं ब्लेम कर सकते, मियाँ को नहीं ब्लेम कर सकते, भाई को नहीं ब्लेम, किसी को नहीं ब्लेम कर सकते.
A lot of people might think, Frieha, और कि ये लोग सोच सकते हैं ये बात कि were you coming from a place of privilege, कि इतने losses हुए जिंदगी में लेकिन बैकअप था जिस पे you could stand up.
Actually मेरे पास तो कोई बैकअप था ही नहीं. मेरी एजुकेशन ही से मेरा बैकअप था.
When did your tell us a little bit, when did your father pass away? What happened?
Father passed away, but I didn't come from a rich family. Okay, if my mother lives in this house, this is not the kind of house that we lived in my father's house.
Yeah.
Per se. And I never took anything from my husband. So I had no money, no alimony, no child support. I only had me. And that's it. And the willpower to survive and to achieve. So that's all I had. And when I was growing up, my sister and I, क्योंकि हम लोगों को fashionista कहते हैं, the good thing I had was that at least मेरी family education में believe करती थी.
Willpower वही पूछने लगी थी, वो कहाँ से आई?
Willpower, I think, I think आ जाती है. I think it's your part of your personality, the survival mode where you have no choice. I think when you have kids and you have two little kids and you're responsible for them, that responsibility, because it's not just you're responsible for, you're responsible for two lives, that gives you the willpower to just do it. And there's either you will sink or you will swim. I didn't have any backup कि मेरे पास बहुत दौलत पड़ी हुई है, कुछ मेरे पास तो कुछ भी नहीं था ना. सिर्फ मैं 16 साल की उम्र से काम कर रही थी. इवन मैं जब मेरी फुल एजुकेशन फुल स्कॉलरशिप, बट स्कॉलरशिप के साथ स्टिल मुझे अभी भी अपने रूम और बोर्ड के पैसे देने पड़ते थे. तो मैंने बर्तन मांजे हैं कॉलेज में, मैंने लोगों को खाना सर्व किया है. जिन चीज़ों पे लोग लुक डाउन करते हैं, मैं इन चीज़ों की इज्जत करती हूँ. आई थिंक आप उस इंसान की इज्जत करें जो काम करता है, जो नहीं करता उसकी मुझे इज्जत नहीं है. बहुत कम, बिकॉज आई फील एवरी वन शुड वर्क, एवरी वुमन शुड वर्क. You know, I think कि आपके कौम जो है वो कभी सक्सेसफुल हो ही नहीं सकती अगर आधी कौम काम नहीं करे.
बहुत सी औरतों के लिए चॉइस नहीं होती, पेरेंट्स नहीं देते चॉइस, फिर हस्बैंड्स नहीं देते.
You have to fight for it. Even जब मैं पढ़ने जा रही थी तो अब्बू ने तो मुझे कह दिया था 2 बेटे हैं मेरे. सीधी सी बात, 2 बेटे हैं, उनकी पढ़ाई, बिकॉज लड़कियों को तो ऐसा कि किसी और के हवाले कर दो, किसी से शादी कर दो, वो खर्चा. इसीलिए जल्दी.
How many sisters and brothers are you?
2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Right.
So I had to fight. And अब्बू ने कहा मैं स्कॉलरशिप लेके आओ. मैं कहाँ से दूंगा $20,000 US, उस जमाने की बात कर रही हूँ, 36-37 years ago. So I got a scholarship. And scholarship ली, फिर काम भी किया. And that's how I got my education. So my sister got married at 19.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't, she agreed to the arranged marriage and she was scooted off. But I refused. I said, no, I want to get educated. I will, and if this is what what needs to get me there, then यही मैं कह रही हूँ ना, the struggle, the problem, no choice. Of course you have a choice. Everybody has a choice. Okay. लड़ना पड़ता है फैमिली से अपनी मर्जी की शादी करने के लिए, मगर पेरेंट्स जब आपको खुश देखते हैं, दे कम अराउंड, यू नो. सो दे गेट मोर हर्ट कि वो आपके लिए चूज करें और फिर वो सक्सेसफुल ना हो. वो अपने बच्चों को देखें कि ना खुश है बेटी या बेटा भी ना खुश है, उसमें उनको ज्यादा तकलीफ होती है, बिकॉज वो उनकी डिसीजन होती है. यू नो, सो लेट योर चिल्ड्रन मेक योर चॉइसेस, लेट देम मेक देयर मिस्टेक्स आल्सो. बट ये बहुत जरूरी है. एंड ऑल्सो हमेशा हमारे कल्चर में, सोसाइटी में लड़कों को एक वैल्यू दी जाती है, लड़कियों को एक वैल्यू. क्यों भाई? जो अगर ये चीज़ बुरी है, अगर बेटा देर से घर आ रहा है और पैसे की इतनी परवाह नहीं कर रहा, तो वही रूल बेटी के लिए होना चाहिए. मैं तो शुरू से लड़ रही हूँ. बिल्कुल. मैं तो छोटी उम्र से ही लड़ रही हूँ माँ बाप से.
Do you get tired fighting?
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's exhausting.
It is, right?
I'm exhausting. When I'm talking to people, I feel I'm exhausting people. Because I think I have too much energy and too much passion, and you know, but that also drives you to do things.
Yeah.
So I think the people who are crazy, who want to achieve things, will always have that kind of energy and passion.
That mad energy.
And emotion.
Yeah, and I remember attending your 50th a couple of years ago. When is the big 60?
Next year.
Next year.
Very excited.
Wow.
I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've set these goals. I want to have a big party. Of course, we'll have a party because 40th baby, 50th baby, 60th. And I also I have this goal for health, for my healthcare.
Yeah. Tell me about healthcare. Do you want to like walk around a bit while we talk about healthcare?
Yeah, of course. We can talk about healthcare.
But before we walk around, I want to know first, financially, how did you secure yourself? Because you bought this house. This is your big buy.
Yeah.
When did you buy your first house?
Actually, when I started working, I don't know much about finance because my puri education art mein. So, but I saw my sister and my brother-in-law, they will always invest in property, and my father also.
Right.
So I think it was a very secure thing. So whatever money I would make, which was substantial, I became very good at spotting potential properties which would grow.
Right.
So I always believe that income property honi chahiye and it should also appreciate. So those are some very good decisions I made. And to save money and put it away.
Yeah.
So that I would be able to sustain my life.
Right.
And in fact, the house that when I got married and went to Canada, I bought that house.
Yeah.
That was my money.
amazing.
Yeah. So basically, I think that's how I did it.
तो पैसा कहाँ से आता था? How are you making that much money?
पहली तनख्वाह मैं बताऊँ किस पे लगाई थी मैंने? 2,500 रुपए तनख्वाह थी. पहली तो 1,500 रुपए थी. और फिर आर्ट गैलरी में. फिर उसके बाद इंटरफ्लो में एडवर्टाइजिंग में 2,500 रुपए की नौकरी थी.
2,500 से घर तो नहीं खरीद सकता?
नहीं मैंने एक तसद्दुक सोहेल की पेंटिंग खरीदी थी.
हाँ.
So this is another very good investment. So you always do what you know about. Don't get into stocks or gambling or things like that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Gambling तो मैं कभी कर ही नहीं सकती because पैसा बहुत इंसान मेहनत से कमाता है. You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
So I think I've always been very careful with money. I spend also. I love spending money. But
we know that.
Yeah. I take these luxury trips everywhere. I've taken my kids to 6 continents. I've been to 75 countries. But I just do what I feel like. But also when I set the goal कि अच्छा मुझे ये चाहिए, फिर उस तरफ I work toward कि चलो ये गाड़ी चाहिए, मुझे ये घर चाहिए, या मुझे ये चाहिए, या मुझे ये trip चाहिए, then I work towards that. Yeah.
And you've done it without a man in your life.
Yep.
है ना?
Yep.
And that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is.
It's all self-made.
Yeah. So बहुत लोग सोच रहे होंगे that how did you lose your father and what happened to the marriages? I mean.
So what happened was that when पहले तो जो नौकरी थी मैं बता रही हूँ ना, मेरे पास AC था गाड़ी में. अब्बू की सेकंड गाड़ी थी, स्टेशन वैगन, उसमें मैं जाती थी काम पे और आती थी जहाँ भी जाती थी. और लिटरली कि इतना पेट्रोल ख़त्म हो जाता था और हम लोगों का एक स्लोप होता था घर की तरफ, तो हम वहाँ से बंद कर देते थे गाड़ी और गाड़ी लाके बस पार्क कर देते थे ताकि भाई जो है वो गाड़ी और वो पेट्रोल ना इस्तेमाल करें. मैं ये कहानी इसलिए बताना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि लोग ये सब शोशा देखते हैं और वो समझते हैं कि ओह माय गॉड
पीछे से पैसा.
हाँ, पीछे से पैसा नहीं है. बाप मेरा जहाज उड़ाता था. ओके, एंड वी वर नॉट रिच फैमिली, वी वर मे बी good family, middle class, with those kind of Punjabi family, but we didn't have those privileges. जब okay, we were very lucky कि हम जहाज उड़ाता था तो we could go abroad, but जब हमें pocket money दी जाती थी तो एक शर्ट नश्मिया खरीदती थी मेरी बहन और एक मैं, और एक पैंट वो खरीदती थी और हम फिर बोरो करते थे, और जब उसकी शादी हो गई तो उसके हैंड में डाउन्स मुझे मिलते थे. So I didn't have, I think मैंने अपना पहला डिजाइनर बैग कब खरीदे मैं अभी तुम्हें दिखाती हूँ कौन सा बैग है.
We'll take a look at your closet.
Yeah, and when I bought it, I mean, I didn't even buy a designer outfit. In fact, मैंने नहीं खरीदा, मेरे एक्स हस्बैंड ने मेरे क्रेडिट कार्ड से वो खरीदा. Do you understand? क्योंकि मेरे दिमाग के अंदर $500 किसी डिजाइनर आउटफिट पे, it was a travesty. It was not to something we didn't do. So, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not like that. So, I was very happy with high street clothes and generation ke 250 rupees ke jode. I was quite happy wearing those things, And I still am. And Sunday Bazaar. Sunday Bazaar was my thing because I would go and and people would ask me, और मैं कहती थी, अरे लंडे के कपड़े. So उनको यहाँ पे concept नहीं था ना. They don't understand thrift stores, and you learn that when you're in New York and you go to thrift stores. And I had friends who would go there and pick up the most amazing stuff. So I had no issue, just get it dry cleaned and wear it and look awesome. Yeah. So my house is very eclectic. There's lots of, I love old things. You've seen the old car outside, and I've had few in Canada. And I like old things because वो चीज़ें मिलती नहीं हैं, और जो नई चीज़ें हैं वो तो मिल ही जाती हैं, right? So I think it's always important to preserve, और पाकिस्तान में preservation नहीं है, ठीक है? So that's why मैंने जब काम भी शुरू किया था, all the old buildings, हिंदू जिमखाना में पहला event किया, जो किसी को पता ही नहीं था कि हिंदू जिमखाना exist करता है. So इस तरह की चीज़ें. So this chandelier is from obviously from Venice, Murano, and I went and picked it myself with two of my event manager friends. So basically, let me show you some of this old furniture that I have. Because I like old things, you know. So this, of course, a gramophone. And
you changed this room because last time I came, there was a party going on in here.
Yeah, so obviously it was a through and through, and there was a gazebo outside and everything, and I opened it up. Okay, but these red sofas, this painting is from Egypt. These are also from Egypt. These are really old. They're like 50 years old. And Abu, obviously my father loved bringing things. I think मुझे वहाँ से जो shopaholic वाला है ना system, वो वहीं से शुरू हुआ है. So he got these. I have to change the stuff now because they're this red.
But if you change the tapestry, you lose the antique touch.
And you don't get this.
You don't get this.
You just don't get it. But the problem is that it's sort of tearing now, because with every old thing you have to look after it, and you know. So
Frieha, these are your dad's sofas. And what kind of memories do you have of him?
So my father, I always say I'm my father's daughter, because he was obviously in the Air Force. And Abu जो थे Air Force में, उन्होंने लड़ाई भी लड़ी है Second World War में, अपनी उम्र कम लिखा के 15 साल लिख दिया था, जब 19 साल लिख दिया था, 15 साल के थे.
Oh God.
So he fought in the World War. So उस जमाने से then he was the first batch in PIA. So उनको शौक था चीजें जमा करने का, यानी कि these are from Paris and these are from there, that's from Italy. And then he always bought these old I don't think he had very good taste in paintings, but this was one painting that I loved, that he bought, because she was this beautiful girl from Egypt, and I just loved this painting that he had. But his, I wanted to keep his stuff, because again, you will not find these anywhere. And then of course I have love of reading, and all my books, believe it or not, कि 10 साल तक मेरी किताबें अभी ऊपर भी बहुत है, लेकिन पड़ी हुई थी डब्बों में. मैंने कोविड में फिर ये पुरानी कैबिनेट है, beautiful jewelry cabinet, which I then had installed with the red wood and put a lot of my books in here so that I could see them, because I like to see things. I know it's a lot of clutter, but that's what I'm all about.
But that's also your
organized
life.
clutter.
That's also your life, right?
It is, but organized clutter. So I can see everything. I know everything. This is of course a Jamal Bangladeshi artist. I like a South Asian artist. This is of course हमारे Jamil Naksh साहब हैं. So masters में मुझे वो कोई शौक नहीं है कि मैं पुराने masters. If I don't like something, I don't want to buy it. I actually invest more in contemporary art, because I like that more. So I find them, and of course one of the first paintings that I invested in of this gentleman, Salman Toor.
Oh my God.
Okay, this was one of my first paintings, and it was the Natural Geographic.
That is a very early Salman Toor, because he doesn't use these colors anymore.
Yeah, so this is a very early Salman Toor, but he took the Natural Geographic girl and turned him into a boy, and then with the thing. And of course, he's a very, very favorite of mine is Ahmed Parvez. I've always liked bright colors. You know me, I like bright colors. So, and I like the way he works. So this is another artist that I really, really like. Out of the masters. Uski sabse aata hai mere paas. There's another Jamil Naksh just lying on the floor. Sorry. but it doesn't mean I don't like him. It's just that I can't put everything.
Okay, this is disturbing.
Yeah, it is. But it's also interesting, right? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I buy things and I regret them. But then again, it's a talking piece.
It's kind of like
little insect crabs that make up a human face. I've got
so
lots
I'm being a little bit of a shrink here. So you've got some very disturbing pieces.
Yeah.
And so there has to be some kind of turmoil inside.
Of
Look
course
at me,
there
I'm
is.
being a shrink.
अगर turmoil नहीं होएगा तो energy और वो फिर चीजें भी नहीं निकल के आती ना. So my turmoil I dealt with again when I turned 34 and I finally got divorced from my husband. I dealt with that.
That was your first marriage?
No. It was.
Yeah, so tell us
I made lots of mistakes.
we need to know.
So again, I talked about this.
Yeah.
मैंने ये इसकी बात बहुत की है कि because when I was a child, I went through child sexual abuse and it traumatized me in such a way which I never understood. And उसमें ये होता है कि when you're a child, you become बहुत ज़्यादा shame, आपके अंदर बहुत कम self respect होती है, so you tend to suffer in your personal life.
Yeah.
Okay. Mentally also, because even though my parents were amazing when I went through it, counseling koi nahi hui thi. So I didn't deal with it. So I kept getting into relationships which were not good for me.
Right.
And they were abusive relationships. So I went through not one but 3. Actually, technically, I had 3 marriages. The first one, I was completely abandoned. And I was stuck in Pakistan and my husband was there and he refused to come back.
Where was he?
He was in America.
Right.
So that marriage fell apart in literally 10 months. And so, I mean, I can't even call these marriages.
How old were you?
This was my first one. I was 25.
Okay.
And then after that, I got married again. And on the wedding day, I had the runaway groom, wali kahani. And that was also because, I don't know, wrong choice again, very humiliating and very traumatizing experience at that time for me. But that happened.
Kabhi pata chala that what happened?
No, I don't know. I still don't know. Yeah, I still don't know.
He just didn't turn up.
No, I think I got the feeling that it was because I was a very bold girl. I was a model. I was an actress. I was divorced already. So all these things, the family put pressure on him. And on the last day, on the wedding, actually we had a nikah, but we never had the wedding.
Right.
So I found out when I was having my hair and makeup done, and I just said I can't go through with it. But in retrospect, it was one of the best things that happened to me because I can't even imagine what my life would have been like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But then again, I got married again to Sheldon, who was Canadian, and again, it was a disaster. 5 years, I had 2 children, but not a good marriage again. And then I went to see a counselor or a shrink to figure out why am I making these kind of mistakes? I can't. I have 2 children now. I can't make these. Yeah. So he helped me see that it all went back to the child sexual abuse, what I went through at 6 years of age, because I was picking all these people that I thought I deserved these kind of people in my life, Right. And I had so I finally understood that this is not what I deserve. Yeah. And now I can break away from it. Finally.
And you did.
Yeah. I did.
And the best thing you got from your marriage was your kids.
Yeah. I think that was great. Yeah. I think I gave up everything for the children because I understood that my ex-husband was very materialistic. I say it. I'm sorry I can say it now. So I knew that
we can
if he didn't have to give me alimony and if he didn't have to give me child support, he would let the kids come to me. So I took
he fought for custody?
He did.
Oh.
Well, he signed the kids over to me. And then when I said I'm leaving to go back to Pakistan because Abu had passed away and Ammi was alone, then he took me to court. But the judge was a very good woman and she said, how can you stop her? You're not paying a penny for the children, you're not paying a penny for her, and you can't stop her. Yeah. So I was very lucky that way because I don't think I would have ever left my children.
No, and the marriage broke up because he was cheating.
Yes, that too. And it was also, I think in retrospect, I try not to judge people anymore. So I think that he has a lot of things to deal with, which I still think he hasn't dealt with. So I think, once you deal with these things, then you become a much better person. You have a better understanding. There's always some kind of trauma that makes you whoever you are. So it's better. I mean, my life is good. So I'm fine.
So you lose your dad, you lose the husbands in your life, you lose your brother.
My brother, yeah, that was for me actually more traumatic than the divorce was losing half my family, because my father was like a pillar. You know, he would work, he would do things. He was this dependable person like I am. You know, he would get things done, and suddenly there was no Abu, and then my brother, who was only 34 years old,
Yeah.
right after my father died, he got cancer 2
Yeah.
months later, and he
Yeah.
died 7 months later. So I lost two very important people in my life in 1 year. And it really shook me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you can get out. Of course, still had to look after the children. So
And
I
your
think
mom lost her husband, her son, and her
her
brother.
brother, yeah. So in 2 years,
So,
we
yeah,
basically
that's a lot
lost
of
3
tragedy.
members of our family. But the thing is that she was with me, so she was, she was okay, and I just kept working and just enjoying having the kids with
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
just getting on with it.
Yeah.
Focus
Yeah.
was very.
So I like the fact that you've not like let go of your past. You've got bits of it that remind you.
You own it.
You
have
own
to
it,
own
absolutely.
it. You can't get away from your past.
You can't.
But you have to move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I've learned to move on.
And hold on to some pieces like the beautiful dining table.
Oh my God, this is not the dining table. We had a huge dining table, which I've just thrown into
chairs?
the godam. And yeah, I saw this in Portugal. So we went to a fabulous hotel, and every table had different chairs. So I collect all of this stuff because I do so many events. So these are from my events actually. So I just mixed and matched them up and put them together.
Yeah.
And then put the bar up, and another painting of Salman Toor.
Wow.
So if you read a new article, he'll talk about bullying, being bullied in school.
Right.
So this is about bullying.
Right.
And उसकी सबसे best बात है वो हमेशा अपने आप को डाल देता है painting के
Yep,
अंदर.
yep.
So he's in this
He's in all of his paintings.
Yeah. You want to go in here? You want to come here? Where do you want to go?
No, I see a very interesting shoe that I want you to talk about.
Oh yeah, the shoe. Okay.
So that's a new piece. I haven't seen that before.
So yeah, so this shoe is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So the story behind this, Safdar is the artist or the sculptor. He's a very good artist. He's from Interior Sin. So basically, the story behind the shoe and his exhibition was terrorism. And when I asked him, what's the story? So he said, I love the shoe, but it looked like a clown. No, it was an army shoe. And he said, जब भी कोई धमाका होता है, जब भी कोई terrorist attack होता है, तो उसमें आपको जो तस्वीरें दिखाते हैं वो हमेशा किसी का जूता पड़ा होता है. हाँ, तो वो और आर्मी पे इतने अटैक्स हुए, आर्मी स्कूल पे इतने अटैक्स हुए, we lost so many children. तो वो shoe symbolized that loss and what we have gone through. And I think for me it's a very interesting piece. I think अभी वो थोड़ा सा फट फुट गया because ये renovation के वक्त इन्होंने आके उसके साथ
mishandled it a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of I think disturbing and unsettling art pieces.
Yeah.
Should we head to the happy space?
Yeah.
Which is your closet.
Yes. Oh, first I want to show you something. Okay. So let me show you an interesting piece here. So of course this is another disturbing piece. I know you don't want to see, but
no, we opened our session with this, and I was kind of thinking why you would get this and why anybody would want this.
I was in Canada जब मैं बैठी हुई थी और मुझे art galleries भेजती रहती हैं चीजें. So I saw this and I loved it. तो मैंने उसको बुक कर लिया उसी वक्त.
ये आया कैसे कनाडा से यहाँ?
ये कनाडा में नहीं था, ये पाकिस्तान में था, मैं वहाँ थी.
अच्छा, okay.
तो मुझे WhatsApp पे मिला तो मैंने उसको कहा कि please book it because the story is again his name is Baloch, the sculptor. वो लंदन में रहते हैं हम. लेकिन again Balochis, अभी कितना floods के साथ कितने सारे लोग मरे हैं और उनके साथ बहुत ज़्यादा जुल्म हुआ है and obviously the waterboarding. Right. Again, terrorism, waterboarding. Because again, there's a story, right? And I think it's awful to go through torture. So this is one of the ones from torture. And I can show you something happy. I mean, the donkey is very happy. The bubblegum donkey.
Now, Baba, I'm thinking you've got really weird men in your house, like this Nike.
Yeah. So this is Ali Muhammad. Again, he's a contemporary artist, who likes to mix Greek mythology and do stuff with them. And so he also takes people's faces. Like he made He made a painting of me. I have 6 paintings, by the
Okay.
way, that have been made of me. I'm very lucky. Okay, artists समझते हैं कि भाई I can be a muse. So
you are, yeah.
he made me into Medusa. I got really angry with him. I said, "You made me into a monster," and he said,
Medusa
"Nahin."
was not a monster.
Exactly what he said. He said, "No,
Yeah.
you know the children. She's tragic. La la la."
No, we've
It
done
was
the story. She was raped and then she rose
by
after
the
that.
gods.
Exactly.
So he loves doing stuff like that. And I love him. That again.
So this is not the मेरे दिल में मर्द की कमी है तो ये
नहीं. There's Zinat Aman there, and Zinat Aman on Red Bull.
Oh yes.
So that's a happy painting because she's going to fly. Okay. She's had Red Bull.
Okay.
But she's also half woman, half Pegasus.
Yes.
Okay. That's not Pegasus. That's different. But he's also wearing Nike because he's working out.
It's weird, but it's
and
happy.
that's of course Salman Toor. I was very lucky.
Oh, that's Salman Toor.
Yeah, and he did that at Fashion Week for me.
Oh, nice.
So he called me over, and of course everyone thinks I'm a party girl. So he had this. उसने पहले drawings बनाए, cocktail glass in the hand. मैंने कहा बात सुनो, मैं काम करती हूँ. आके देखो मैं करती क्या हूँ. So he actually came to the Fashion Week and he sat with me. And listened to, and he sat in the audience, listened to what people were saying. फिर वो मेरे technical podium पे मेरे साथ बैठ गया आके. So what you see in this painting is, as you can see, gossip. So you can see those little gossip bubbles, and then you see the shoes and the stilettos and the men and women. That's the catwalk right there. We
miss Fashion Week.
Yeah, I really miss Fashion Week. Yeah. But I miss good fashion. Let's not say Fashion Weeks because it become like this.
Totally.
Yeah, but good fashion is what I miss.
And what about donkey?
The donkey, when my children were growing up, they would always say, "Mummy, you put all your money into paintings." उनके भी जो थोड़े पैसे जमा होते थे वो भी मैंने paintings में डाल दिए. ऐसे तुम देखना एक दिन ये इतने ज़्यादा पैसे बन जाएंगे. वो मुझे कहते थे. So first thing my son asked me to get was this.
The donkey?
Yeah. So I had to get it.
Your son will have weird taste like you.
Not weird taste, but you know, it's fun.
Eclectic, yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah. So now I think art is also like, is not just about furniture. Because also my furniture is like art. If you notice, I like the suitcase thing that you were sitting on.
Yes.
Okay. That's an old suitcase.
Yeah.
But it's furniture. Those art deco things, you can't get these things anymore.
You can't.
So that's important. And then I'm friendly with all the artists, right?
Yes. So
Rashid, of course, Rana, my friend.
We'll go back to the shoe. But we'll talk about Fashion Week. Let's head up to some fashion.
Let's go up to fashion.
So Frieha, we're headed to
the closet, which is still not finished, the room, but slowly, slow and steady. Okay, don't judge. I'm not smoking anymore though.
You've given up, right? You've given up all bad habits.
3 साल पहले. It depends on what you call bad habits.
By the way, this smells like farts.
I know it does, right? Yeah. Even my kids tell me, but I can't. It's so much better. I feel so much better because तुम्हें पता है वो 6-pack at 60 जो मैं करने वाली हूँ.
So this is like hangout space with kids?
This is where I actually spend. It's a bit messy because this is where I watch my TV.
It's a living space.
I watch my TV here, my Netflix. I work out here. So मेरी सारी machines यहाँ हैं. Or मेरा वो rope. I've got the machines. I've got my weights. It's very messy, I know.
No, it's not messy at all.
Yeah, but it's such a comfortable place. It's very colorful. I've got all these. This is from Egypt. These are from Turkey.
All these lamps.
Yeah, so I have a lot of different cushions and stuff like that. And then some stuff that I've...
I see this is a happier space and not so...
It's my happy space. But my children think it's too cluttered.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, this is another artist of ours. Moin Faruqi. So I liked it because
this
mostly
is Pakistan, from Pakistan. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I have a few paintings of his also. So I like his stuff, and I like this, and I like this Salman guy. This is a very interesting painting, but it's a little bit of a kinky painting, so let's not go there. This is my dad. Since we were talking about Abu, this is a sculpture I made of my dad. Took me a month
because you studied art, right?
Yeah, it took me a month because I sat with him and like. But he wanted to be immortalized as well. Everybody wants to be immortalized.
Do you?
I think by doing all of this, I'm immortalized. I have 5 paintings. I'm in 6 books. I think I'm 4 movies.
You're pretty much around.
4 movies, few music videos.
Yes.
So I think
pretty much around forever.
Yeah. I can show you more stuff. So
closet का है.
So ये closet पे भी आते हैं. फिर ये सारे you know, art from different artists, Belinda. And then I have some, I can show you the first painting I bought if you're interested. And this is my family wall. So now you can have a look. So I love Sousa. One of the first things I ever bought, Ali Imam se. And I paid like 15,000 rupees. I didn't realize how big he was going to be. मुझे तो पता भी नहीं था. He said ये ले लें आप. मैंने कहा ठीक है ये ले लेती हूँ. और फिर तसद्दुक्स जो मैंने कहा था मेरे पास 2,500 रुपए थे तो मैंने तसद्दुक्स खरीद लिए हैं. So some of that, and then of course this is my family wall where I have all the pictures of my family, mostly my family and my kids, and my dad,
and
old pictures of my mom. She was 14 here. And so my dad, who was the inspiration for Shan's look in Khamaj. So we went through all his pictures and copied his 50s style of dressing.
Who's that lady?
Where?
The one with the garlands.
That's my dadi.
That's your dadi?
That's my dadi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's my brother who passed away, Farhan.
How old was he?
He was 34. Here he's of course a baby. So, and this is my parents' nikah picture. So that's there too. Yeah. So good stuff.
Good stuff.
सही है तो फिर अब आपको मैं अपना वो क्लोजेट दिखाती हूँ
और
ये मेरा बिस्तर है जो कि बहुत मजे का बिस्तर है जो पूरे पाकिस्तान में किसी के पास नहीं है but I slept on this bed for like 15-16 years.
Oh, I thought it was a jhula turn.
No, it's not. It's a bed.
Oh, wow.
And it has, I realized that old people are very kinky because they had hearts on the ceiling. Okay. And but you can't find this.
And mirrors on the ceiling.
Mirrors on the ceiling. Yeah, and hearts. But you know, उस ज़माने में लोग अलग-अलग कमरों में रहते थे.
Oh, there are hearts.
There are hearts, yeah. So अब वो कमरे से बाहर आ गया क्योंकि अब बच्चों को ये वाला फर्नीचर नहीं चाहिए ना.
Kinkiness बाहर shift हो गई है.
Okay, so this was the second guest room.
Okay.
Which has now been turned into a closet room, my wardrobe.
It's a wardrobe wonderland.
Wonderland, which is still not finished because we have to get carpeting, we have to get a very cool light in here. But I have to show you, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't that excite you?
It does.
So now, finally, I've taken all the bags out of their...
I know where to come next time I need to borrow bags.
Yeah, so this is one, I mean, this is just the beginning.
Frieha, what's your favorite bag?
Favorite bag?
What's your favorite buy in the bag closet?
I don't know, that's so difficult. Okay, this, obviously the Alexander McQueen, which I thrifted again. People say thrift nahi karna. But this I bought, I think, for $750 Canadian. But it was in a thrift shop.
Amazing.
A designer thrift shop. And so this is one of my favorites. But also my mother's bag, because my father used to buy stuff for her. I think that's how I got into. This is an old vintage, bag, party bag. And then of course this I bought in Monaco. This is an Hermes, and just beautiful. Like, just I love vintage. So because again, wo milti nahi, nayi cheezein mil jati hain. Then I have my boots, space, and then look at this.
Oh my God.
और ये अभी खत्म नहीं हो रही, मुझे एक और बनानी पड़ेगी. So, like, I try to be, I'm a very organized person. I
remember seeing you in heels and you were running around Dubai.
Yeah.
Organizing, I think, the LSA that happened in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you do it? Because I had just gotten to know you. Yeah. And you were like, life of a supermodel. I'm so used to it.
Yeah, you have to have good shoes.
Yeah.
You have to have good everything. I love beautiful things. मेरे लिए ना खूबसूरत चीजें और मेरे लिए unusual चीजें.
What are your most worn shoes here?
Oh.
Okay, most unusual shoes.
Most unusual to these. I think I've worn them once. These are Charlotte Olympias.
Nobody can walk in these.
I walked in.
No, I don't.
I went to a ball in them. But of course I was holding on to people. So this is I mean, it's a piece of art.
Yes.
So for me it wasn't about, and then this of course is a beautiful shoe. This is again Zanotti. Zanotti is one of my favorites. Look at this. It's got film on it. It's Charlotte Olympia and I love her and I just love, it's a cinema strip. So I love that.
A lot of platforms happening.
Yeah, but look at this. This is another Charlotte Olympia. She does the most beautiful.
She does really beautiful shoes,
you know, so, and then of course Sophia Webster, she loves her butterflies.
Of course, you have the butterflies.
Yeah, and then these are nice Dolces. Beautiful. And then of course I have the Balenciaga and of course
Also Blanix.
Blanix. And then I have the Alexander McQueen. And oh, I have to show you the one shoe that I've never worn, but I bought because it's a piece
Of
of
art.
history. No,
Of
it's
history.
history.
Oh.
And why is it history? Because this shoe, again, I thrifted it,
Huh.
is a YSL shoe, while Louboutin sued YSL for the red sole. So I bought these. They're size 6. They don't fit me.
They don't fit you.
मेरे बहू को चले जाएगा.
Why you're what
Because
size are
I'm
you?
a 6.5, 7.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's okay. I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because I wanted.
Yeah, because
piece of history.
You're a collector.
Yeah, I'm a collector.
You're a collector.
So yeah, so like everything is here.
Great. This is crazy.
And these are of course the bigger bags.
Okay.
To that you need to, more.
Huh.
Everyday bag. Because work काम भी तो करना है ना.
Huh, of course.
So these are those.
काम करेंगे तो ये खरीदेंगे ना. Do you ever give your clothes to people to wear, to celebrities?
Yeah,
or pieces, or...
I mean, this outfit was worn by Mehwish Hayat in the Lux Style Awards. This gown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do have to, because when sometimes मैं पहले तो बहुत करती थी क्योंकि मैं I used to style stuff, shoots वगैरह. So I would take my stuff because I had so many hats. अभी तो hats नहीं आई. वो मैं ऊपर लगाऊंगी. And so this is me, but you can see how organized things are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like to be organized.
In all your work, like you're so busy all the time, you still have time. You started a podcast.
Yeah. So which I'll show you now.
So let's go to
let's go to the
studio.
There's a beautiful chair. See, again, I love these kind of things.
Sit in it. It looks very uncomfortable.
It's an art piece. It's not uncomfortable at all. It's an art piece.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so fun. After fun things, get up in the morning and look at everything is good.
Frieha, a lot of people think that as you age, you stop having fun.
Oh, you will never stop having fun. But you have to look after the health. So that is why my number one goal is health. Okay? Health is the number one goal. It's not losing weight. My trainer came, he said, what do you want? I said, I want to be strong.
Yeah.
I don't want कि मेरे घुटने दुखने शुरू हो जाएं because Ammi at 60 was having operation on knees. I don't want that. I want to be able to have energy.
Yeah.
I want to be healthy. I want to eat healthy. So I think my kids are helping me through that, and I'm like doing this. So this room basically was an entertainment room. So we had the bar and we had the home theater. So this is a whole home theater. Okay? And then of course we did after Barish, it was destroyed. So what we did was we built the soundproofing in the room, so we would have better soundproofing. So ये सब मेरे बेटे ने कराई है. But I can still use the home theater because it's still there, the screen.
Right.
But then Torhan turned this into, so it's serving two purposes. He's having his music studio.
Okay.
Okay. And I am doing my podcast, which is FY, which is the podcast over there. So that's basically this room. So this is the goal that I had.
So when does your podcast go live?
Actually, next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. But
on YouTube?
It's going to be on YouTube. It's I'm a little critical of it. For me, like you said, itni sare problems, itni sari cheezein. But so there's one way of taking it out is to discuss things and talk about things.
Of course.
So it's going to have a mix of people.
Okay.
From celebrities and talking, but mostly talking about things they never talk about their lives. Because I know so many things about so many people. Yeah. But they're comfortable with me. Yeah. Just like they're comfortable with you.
Yeah.
But I'm not interested in I know you do your own thing. So I want to talk about inspiration, like you said, but also things they've gone through and the changes they've gone through, and maybe they want to talk about something. And obviously activists, writers, entrepreneurs.
But more purposeful.
Yes.
More purposeful. That's the idea behind this show as well, that it's not just about Frieha Altaf, the glam girl, or the supermodel, or somebody who's, that is an important part of your life.
Right.
But it's also, where is it coming from?
Right.
And how do you inspire other women with that information?
Right.
Because so many of us are stuck in spaces that we don't know how to get out of.
Yeah.
And you know, whether it's financial or emotional
हाँ.
or intellectual.
और ये नहीं है आमना कि आप फील नहीं करते कभी, you know, आप कभी डिप्रेस नहीं होते, या आप कभी 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 तो मैं इतनी ओवरवेल्म हो जाती हूँ because there's so much जिम्मेदारी, and it's too much sometimes, you know, but I want to be free, I want to run away, but I also, you just have to just never give up, and you just have to keep going, because if one day is bad, the next day, and even 24 hours, जैसे मैं तुम्हें कह रही थी कि मुझे पता है कि तुम्हारे आने से मैं खुश हो जाऊंगी, और इसके बाद मैं जाऊंगी अपनी दोस्त के साथ बैठूंगी, we'll have a good evening, so the bad day will go into a good day. ये बहुत जरूरी है याद रखना कि हम लोगों का दिन 24 घंटे होते हैं, सुबह खराब हुई तो शाम अच्छी हो जाएगी.
And how difficult is it to be a successful woman in Pakistan? I mean, frankly speaking, सब सोचते होंगे कि oh यार, and you've heard this about yourself कि oh Frieha तो terrible thing to say, but लड़कियां supply करती है.
I know, so this is
यहाँ से politicians को model supply करती है, वहाँ पैसा.
और मैं किसी politician को जानती भी नहीं हूँ, शुक्र खुदा का, मैंने I stay away from politics. So I think ये एक बहुत common चीज है कि bringing people down, and not understanding कि भाई this is a job. Even when say I was a model, right? तो लोग समझते थे, I mean I came from a good family, और लोगों को नहीं समझ आती थी कि यार ये बस ये घर से क्यों निकली है और ये क्यों कर रही है, अगर इसकी कर रही है तो ये ऐसी होगी. वो एक माइंडसेट और स्टीरियोटाइप जो उनके दिमाग में है ना, वो निकलता नहीं है. एंड दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि हम मेरे से ज्यादा तो खतरनाक इंसान नहीं है व्हेन इट कम्स टू अब्यूजिंग विमेन एंड एनी काइंड ऑफ चाइल्ड अब्यूज. इस तरह की चीज तो मैं खड़े खड़े मैं उड़ा देती हूं.
Early in your career you've been through it.
Yeah,
attempts तो हुई हैं, of course.
हाँ,
beautiful girl, I mean कौन नहीं करता.
एक तो खैर ऐसी मैं डरा देती थी लोगों को, दूर स्नॉब कहते थे, इतनी बदतमीज है, इतनी स्नॉब है, जानबूझ के, बिकॉज आप किसी को हेलो भी नहीं कह सकते थे. अभी मैं वो मटीरा का इंटरव्यू पढ़ रही थी क्योंकि वो कहीं और से आई थी, तो उसको तो पता ही नहीं था ना कि किसी को वो कहेंगे ना हंसी तो फंसी, कहती है जानू का है तो लोगों का ये तो बस अब हंसी तो फंसी वर्ड है ना, तो वही समझते कि आप किसी से आप बात भी नहीं कर सकते थे. तो जब लोग मुझसे बात करते थे when they got to know me, आप तो ऐसी नहीं, बिकॉज आपको एक बनाना पड़ता था, एक persona कि भाई stay away. You know, I am no nonsense person. I'm here to work. So you have to do that. You know, ये करना पड़ता. PTV पे मुझे उस वक्त कहते थे PTV पे काम नहीं कर, and it was such a nice माहौल. You know, I worked with Saira, Moin Akhtar, जो Amnar Maqsood and that. You did Rosie. Yeah, तो 1986, 87 की बात मैं कर रही हूँ. I mean, 20, how many years ago was that? Years ago, हाँ. So अब उस ज़माने में 37 years ago. But it was a good mahal. There was no gand. I think now there's more gand. You know, and I think अब वो होता है कि अब छुपती नहीं है चीजें. अच्छी बात है. मैं कहती हूँ सोशल मीडिया पे चीजें आए, लोगों को पता चले, कोई ना कोई बोले, क्योंकि जब तक आप बोलोगे नहीं, हिम्मत करो, be brave, be courageous, because तुम्हारी जैसी 10 औरतें हैं या 10 मर्द हैं, किसी ना किसी के साथ कुछ नाइंसाफी हो रही है, you have to speak up. Speak up. क्लाइंट अगर आपको बुली कर रहा है या आपको कोई कोई तंग कर रहा है, बताएंगे, शोर मचाओ. No, and also you're 50% of the world's population. Be meaningful. There needs to be some purpose to your existence. I agree. And even if that's homemaking, baking karo. Be your own person. Be happy with who you are. Exactly. Homemaking also is a very important job. You know, जब अभी जब मुहर्रम की छुट्टियों में सारे बर्तन धोने पड़े, झाड़ू पता चल जाता है आपको इज्जत होती है उस इंसान की जो काम कर रहा है. बिल्कुल. और वो अगर आपकी अपनी choice है and this is what you want to do, by all means do it. But if you want to pursue another dream or you have something else that you want to do in life, make that effort to go after it. Make an effort. Just make it happen. You can. You just set your goal. ऐसे मैंने करना है, इसी तरह होगा. लगा लो अपनी दीवार पे जैसे मैंने लगाए हुए goals. बहुत जरूरी हैं. Okay? बच्चों के साथ भी करो. सबके साथ करो. Absolutely. Okay. Frieha, was great chatting with you. Great chatting with you. I know your trainer is on his way. वो तो on the dot. अभी तक नहीं आया वैसे वो. What is going to be part of your training? So we do weights for strength. I do a lot of squats, planks. We do a lot of core. And then he tells me कि अब आपने 40 मिनट सिर्फ चलना है. Oh God. Treadmill. So I think I'll do that for the next 2 hours now. That's mine. I'm so excited. So Aamna. Interesting. So I just have to say as a last note, मैं फिर से बोलना चाहती हूँ सब ख़वातीन को और मर्द को कि please do not give up your dreams. फॉलो योर ड्रीम, मगर मेहनत करो, बिकॉज फिर गोल बनाओ और गोल लगाओ अपनी शक्ल के सामने कहीं, ताकि रोज पढ़ो कि मुझे अजरबैजान जाना है, मुझे सॉकर खेलनी है, मुझे छोटे गोल्स, अम्मी को खुश करना है, अम्मी को उम्रा कराना है, ये भी चीजें होती है ना, इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें. सो डू दीज थिंग्स एंड यू विल फाइंड दैट यू विल डू इट. ये बहुत जरूरी है.
And women usually find their confidence in their 30s.
Yeah, I think देखो 20s में मिस्टेक्स होती हैं, 30s में जाके आपको समझ आनी चाहिए मिस्टेक्स हो गई, मिस्टेक्स उनको सही कर रहे हो.
40s में कॉन्फिडेंस आता है.
40s में तो बहुत ही अच्छा. अम्मी हाय, कैसी हैं आप?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम आंटी.
अम्मी की भी हाँ,
ये देखो ना स्वेलिंग,
हाँ.
उतर गई है, ये इस ब्लॉग में है.
So this is my mother.
ये
I'm very proud of the fact कि अम्मी मेरे साथ पिछले कोई 23 साल हो गए.
23 years.
23 years.
40 years with husband because I am 80 years.
Yes.
80 years की बर्थडे पर मैंने कहा ये बताओ, ये बेइज्जत करने के लिए कर रही है या मशहूर करने के लिए कि मेरी अम्मी 80 years.
अम्मी आपको पता है कि मैं हर बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट
करती,
आपको अपनी जिंदगी को सेलिब्रेट करना चाहिए.
छोटी नश्मियाँ भी
सेलिब्रेट योर लाइफ, ये बड़ी जरूरी चीज है कि आप अपनी जिंदगी को सेलिब्रेट करें, क्योंकि सबको जिंदगी नहीं मिलती. लाइक कम ऑन, ऑफ कोर्स.
तुम कहीं जा रही हो?
नहीं, अभी वो ट्रेनर आ रहा है मेरा.
अच्छा,
ओके, चले. ओके.
इनकी इंट्रोडक्शन
नहीं, आमना है. आप इतनी मरतबा मिल चुकी हैं, आप भूल जाते हैं.
पता क्या हुआ, मैं थोड़ा भूलना थोड़ा
अभी
ठीक हो जाऊंगी.
कोई
बीमार थी ना,
कोई बात नहीं.
तो पता दो चीजें भूलती हूँ, एक अपना घर, एक जो अपने पुराने लोग, और ये भूल जाती सम टाइम.
ओके, चले आप जाएं. ओके मामा, सी यू.
Priya, thank you for so much time. And
it was lovely, by the way. मेरा घर कभी मैंने किसी को नहीं दिखाया इस तरह.
I know. I'm so honored, and it's been delightful. And I always wondered about so many pieces, and I feel so inspired because again, the purpose is to inspire people, to change perceptions. You know, let's not judge people.
बिल्कुल.
And let's not pull other women down, other human beings down.
बिल्कुल नहीं. And I think I used to be like that. I am not like that anymore.
I think we all were at a certain time in our lives, but we need to grow out of it. And there comes a time when you celebrate happiness and you celebrate your achievements.
और नहीं, ये भी चीज़ है ना, important चीज़ कि why if you're single you think that's the end of your life. नहीं, you should celebrate whatever you are.
Celebrate everything.
Whatever you are. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's something I really believe.
Yeah. Thank you, Priya.
Thanks,
Thanks a lot.
darling.
Thank you.
Mwah. Mwah. Okay.